Hello, everybody. Hang on, let me get my man's voice over here. Don't use your old woman voice, dude. Use your old man voice. Okay, here we go. My hat is still at a weird shape. I don't know if it'll ever get normal. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is Robert here at Guitar Journeys. We are just over here chilling out. Wednesday night. In the middle of Kansas. The wind's blowing. So this is another thing that I'm not really very good at, but I like it. I do like it. All right. So what's going on? I see there's some people over here. What's going on, everybody? I'm just chilling out. Wednesday night. Wind's blowing. Imagine that in the middle of Kansas. Hey, I'm good. How are you doing? I'm very good. I'm always fighting that pinky. Oh shit, I wish I could play Johnny Be Good. If I could play Johnny Be Good, I sure would. I sure would play it. Bye, Elvis. You're a big Elvis fan? Well, I do play some Elvis songs. I've never heard Elvis play Johnny Be Good. But that's a big song, man. I don't think I'm quite good enough to play Johnny Be Good. Johnny Be Good is by, I think, Bo Diddley. I've never heard Elvis do it. Do I like Elvis? Yeah, I like Elvis. He's all right. I do some of his songs. I think he was a very good talent. I watched that movie, the Elvis movie, and I was kind of shocked to see how he spent his life and how he kind of wasted his career. But hang on just a minute. I'm going to check this out. Johnny Be Good. That was like it said like a movie. I guess there's a movie, Johnny Be Good. Anyways, I did like Elvis. I remember the day that he died. I was working out at a hog farm, and the guy that was supposed to give me a ride home quit. Well, actually, it was one of my friends. He quit and left me there at the work with no ride home. So I had to call my mom and ask her if she could please come and get me. And when she started driving, I could tell that she had been crying. And I said, why are you crying? What's going on? And she said, Elvis Presley died today. And I said, oh man, Chuck Berry done Johnny B. Good. But that's a big song, man. Why he do this to you? To what? Oh, yeah. I don't know. He was a friend of mine. I think, I was maybe 13 or 14 years old. Okay, and I'm 63 now. So it's been a lot of years since that happened. But I think one of my friends was working with me at the hog farm, and I'm not real sure. I thought that he had quit and went home and left me there without a ride. But I'm not sure how that went down. But I do remember the day that he died. I remember my mom had been crying. She was all burned out. Hey, what's going on? So, let's see. Yeah, I like Michael Jackson. He's cool. Yes, it was a sad day when Elvis died. Yeah, it's kind of sad when someone dies that young. So I was talking to someone the other day about Michael Jackson. When I was a teenager, or like in my 20s, I did like some of Michael Jackson's songs, but I would not get caught with a Michael Jackson album or like a cassette tape. I don't know if you guys ever seen the cassette tapes or not, but I would not get caught with that. Okay, my friends would just say like, "What are you doing? Why do you have this? What is this?" No way, dude. I was like a Joe Dirt. I'm a rocker through and through, man. Led Zeppelin, Scorpions, ZZ Top. No Michael Jackson. But I did like some of his songs. But shh. Don't tell nobody, right? Do I like rap? Some of it. I'm not real sure who Lil Wayne is. Lil Wayne. I know I've seen him before. I mean, that's not my thing, I'm not into that at all. But I like Snoop Dogg. I think he's cool. I like watching him in movies. And he's like one of the only rappers that I really can sit there and watch. And just kind of like want to see what he's doing. You could play rap on your guitar. That's cool. How do you do that? Snoop Dogg? Yeah, he's cool. I had a black roommate. Ooh, I was in my early 30s, and there was a black guy that I worked with, and he needed a place to live because him and his girlfriend broke up and she kicked him out, and he said that if he didn't find a place to live, he was going to have to quit. And we had just got him trained on the job that he was on, and we didn't want him to quit. So I said, you could stay at my house, for a few weeks until you can get your own apartment or something. And he ended up being my roommate for, I think, a year, maybe a little over a year. He was okay, and he played a lot of rap music, and he was a good guy, but he got to where he started doing some like more heavier drugs, and stopped paying like the rent like he was supposed to. So I had to tell him, you gotta go, boy. I'm not your parents. But yeah, I do. I do play it with the speaker. Drugs like Tylenol. Yeah, man. Drugs like Tylenol. Yeah. Nah, he got to doing some other crazy stuff. And he was drinking a lot, and he started doing little stronger drugs. And, you know, I just said, if you can't pay me my rent on time, uh, you gotta go, dude. You know, when you stop paying the rent and buying groceries, you're not welcome no more. Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't, I don't hook this up to my amplifier very often, but I have. But what I'm gonna buy, one of the next things that I'm gonna get is I found an amplifier, and you guys, everyone listening, listen up on this because this might be something that you're interested in. This is a amplifier specially made for going out and doing performances, like I do at nursing homes, and I'm gonna start doing some street performing in the next year or two. This is a battery powered amplifier, so you charge it up, and then it's good for. I think that the time on it was about. I'm thinking it was a close to 20 hours, 15 or 20 hours. I got a picture of it. I'll show you guys. It's called the Nomad 50-watt battery amp. That's what it looks like. But this is, and you can see the price right there. So yeah, a 50-watt amplifier is pretty impressive. The amplifier that I have down in my music room is a Fender Deluxe, and I'm not real sure if it's a 50 or 100. it's loud, man. I mean, it's. I put it on 2 or 3, and that blows me out. I couldn't imagine what it would sound like if you turn it all the way up. I couldn't imagine. I wouldn't want it behind me. You might have put it like over there about 10 feet or so, because that thing is loud, loud, loud. But anyways, a 50-watt amplifier is very impressive. And it's got a lot of really good features on it for going out and doing street performing, such as it's got a microphone hookup where you can talk on the mic. It's got a power supply for some pedals. So you want to run a daisy chain over to some pedals. But that's what I plan on doing, is taking this guitar and my Stratocaster and oh, my friend over here, okay. You have the deluxe reverb? And you're right. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I think the loudest that I turn that thing and then turn the guitar all the way up is about maybe 3. Um, all right, man. See you later. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was amazing talking to you too. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate your questions. Oh, no, I don't have anything on my pinky, but what I was saying is when I go through like soloing, when I go through the scales, my pinky always comes up. And I'm always trying to get that pinky to not come up. You know? I mean, like for the longest time I practiced and I go like, don't you go up. Don't go up. Try to keep it down. But that pinky always wants to go up in the air. I think that's sloppy. I like everything to be nice and tight. I don't want that pinky going up. Well, it's something I work on. Michelle, did you see this amp that I was showing these guys? Have you ever seen this amplifier? It's called a Nomad. I found this one night looking at on YouTube ad, or not ads, but YouTube videos. And this amplifier is a 50-watt amplifier that's really special made, you know, for street performing and doing performings where you don't have electricity. And I don't think it's a tube amp. I don't think it is. But it's got 50 watts, and I think it has around 15 hours of playtime. So that's on my to-get list. You know, like you were saying the other day about how it doesn't sound that good running through the speaker. And I get that. I do get it. But the only other amp that I have other than my big Fender Deluxe, and it's a pretty good size amp. I don't want to drag that thing. I haven't taken it out of the basement since I put it in the basement 7 years ago. So I don't plan on taking it out to the nursing homes. It would be so incredibly, you know, ridiculous to take that thing to a nursing home. So the only other amp I have is a 15-watt amp. Okay, so I tried playing through that amp and then playing the music through the speaker. And the amplifier is just not powerful enough. It doesn't make the guitar sound big enough to match the sound that's coming out of the speaker. And you got to understand, my car is not that big for one thing. So I got to put everything in the back of my car, right? And then take it to the nursing home. And I have one of those wagons that you It's a collapsible wagon. You know, unfold it. And then I put everything in that wagon, and the wagon is full. And then my wife carries the guitar while I pull the wagon. So I don't really have room right now to add an amplifier. And when you're in the nursing home where I'm playing, it sounds good. The people that I'm playing for really enjoy watching me play. And they sing and they dance and they clap their hands, and they clap their hands for me every time I quit playing a song. It's amazing, you know. It's not perfect, you know. The sound's not perfect, but it's good for now. I do want to get, I want to start by getting a 8-inch Mackie rechargeable Bluetooth speaker, and that amplifier that I was showing you, and not, you know, I'm going to replace my big JBL speaker with that. I think that will sound a lot better. And then a little later add another 8-inch Mackie. And the other thing is, right now I'm only playing in mono. I'm not playing in stereo. To use the app that I use to put on the shows, if you want to play in stereo, you have to get the premium version of the app. You know, I mean, like, it's all about the money. It's around, I think, I'm thinking it comes out to about $20 a month. I mean, you could pay like for the year. I think it's 140, something like that. But monthly, I'm thinking it might be around 20. So another thing is, when I started, I told my wife I want to play at the nursing homes 2 years for free. And if everybody likes what I'm doing and I feel good about everything, then I'm going to start charging. So I'm going to try to start charging. I don't know if all the nursing homes are going to be willing to pay. And then it's a kind of like, it adds a big hassle to it. You know, I got to make invoices. I have to claim it on my taxes. So is it worth it? You know, I have to like register as a business with the state of Kansas. So there's a lot to it. I don't know if I want to go through all that crap. I just want to play music. So I have to make a decision. So what kind of music do you play, Michelle? Are you a rocker? Are you still there? Anybody? Is anybody out there? I'm watching the TV because we have storms going on. They're not where I live, but they're not too far from where I live, but they're not like where we live. When we have storms in Kansas, you never know. You never know, man. You get a storm where the next thing you know, it's hailing like tennis balls outside and breaking shit like crazy. So you want to kind of keep an eye on that when you see like tornado warnings flashing. You kind of want to check and make sure that that's not happening like in your area. There's not much you can do about it. Just kind of prepare yourself to go to the basement. The last time we had a tornado, and we really did have a tornado. It was about, I don't even think it was a whole mile away from where we lived. And the wind was blowing so hard I couldn't open the front door. That's how hard the wind was open. Because I wanted to go get something that was, swinging around out in the front. Like, I think it was a bird feeder. And I said, I'm going to run out there and grab that real quick, so it don't blow away. And I couldn't open the front door. And I said, oh, shit, it's bad. And my wife, she was already in the basement. She said, I'm in the basement. I'm not coming out until it's all done. I myself was looking outside and I said, if I see any trees flying or any roofs coming off, then I'm headed to the basement. But it was kind of scary. I have to admit, it got a little scary. And then it kind of backed off, kind of cleared up a little bit. Okay, so Michelle never did answer me. I was wanting to know, what kind of music do you play? And I will say this, I will play anything if I like it. I mean, I'm not good enough to play a lot of the rock and roll songs. My sister, she's always saying, why don't you play some Journey? I don't know if I'm good enough to play Journey. Why don't you play some Santana? I am not good enough to play Santana. And you ever heard the saying, like, stay in your lane? I like blues. I like blues music. It's easy. It sounds real good, and it's pretty easy to play. So, I'm a blues guy. See what's on the front of my phone? That's Mr. B.B. King right there. I noticed something last week. That I played a song and I took the volume out, and the YouTube did not, the YouTube police did not catch it. Let me see. Hang on just a minute. I'm going to try this song. I'm going to shut off the voice if I can. Okay, that one you can't. Some songs you can shut off the voice, and some songs you can't. So let me see if I can find one where I can shut off the voice. And then we'll do a little jam. Damn it. Yeah, see, that's the other thing about when you do just the cheap version of Moises, you can't shut off everything. So later, when I start putting on more shows and bigger shows and street performing, I'll pay the premium price, and then you can you have more. You can shut off more things. Okay, I guess we're going to have to just do a jam track. So you can play like jam tracks on YouTube. They don't say nothing about that. Okay. Well, one of the best that I'm best at, that didn't make sense. A minor is like the first thing that you learn. When you're a blues player, you study blues music, that's one of the first things you learn is box 1 and A minor. Boy, that thing lasts forever, don't it? All right. That's why you practice jam tracks. You practice jam tracks so when you're playing songs, that's how you solo. So, I mean, I'm just learning, but I'm learning pretty fast. I've been working on my scales forever. I started doing scales probably, I'd say about maybe 2 or 3 years into playing the guitar. I started learning scales. About a couple of years into playing the guitar, I kind of told myself, I said, you need some lessons. You're not, this is something that you're not getting it too good by yourself. You need some lessons. So how are we going to get lessons? I don't want to pay for private lessons. It would cost way too much money. It didn't fit into my schedule. So I found a guy that sold courses on online, and I started buying his courses, and right away, I mean, like the first course was beginner. I think it was called Beginner Blues. Okay, right away, he had you start learning the scales right away. He would teach a few licks like this. Stuff like that. And then we started learning scales. And then, yeah, so I learned a lot of the scales. Then I bought some other courses that had different scales, like the minor harmonic. I keep telling myself to pull that course out and practice it, because it's been a long time since I've done it. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really remember it too good. There it is. So anyways, that is called the minor harmonic. And that is how you play the Latin music, like the Carlos Santana sounding music, is by playing in those scales. So, I mean, that's just like one of them. There was several scales that I don't remember. I learned them, and then I kind of forgot about them, you know. I didn't really need them, so I never used them. So I need to go back and kind of refresh. But it's kind of like when you learn something, it don't leave your brain, okay? It's in there. You just have to find it. Yeah, it's in there. Like I said, I just don't use it, so. Okay, there's no people in here. This is a good time for me to get out. Okay? So I started trying to make these. Hey, Jessica, what's up? I started trying to make these videos about a half an hour long because an hour long is like too long, you know. I mean, I love watching videos on YouTube. Um, but if I see that it's like over an hour long, I either don't click on it or I'll start watching it and then I'll just kind of like skip from the beginning all the way to the end, you know, see if there's anything interesting in there. So, anyways, I'm gonna cut out. Sorry about that, Jessica. Yeah, it's all good. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube, right? Um, I like to look at those places, like other countries, where they show like the waterfalls and the mountains. We watched a very cool video last night. It was one of the best videos I ever seen. It's about three guys that are traveling around, and they go into Amish uh, community, and they talk these Amish people into letting them work for them. They ate dinner with them. Then they went to an auction. And they were singing like they were singing church songs with them. Check out that video if you can find it. There's actually a lot of videos about Amish people, but if you see that one where there's three guys, check it out because it's worth watching. Okay, y'all. Thanks for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate that. You guys are important to me. I just, I want you to know that. Anybody that spends time, you spend your time watching me, I appreciate it. I really do, because I know there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot of things that you could watch other than me. So I appreciate it. All right, y'all. Like always, let me find me an empty chest here. Like always, I'm Robert. This is Guitar Journeys. I'm out of here. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.